And we say good morning to you, broadcasting live. We're on the road again at Chick-fil-A here in Elizabeth, and on this beautiful, gorgeous Thursday. It's game day, of course. Cyclones taking on Sullivan East for homecoming tonight to be ahead of the rain that's coming, and so enjoy the sunshine. It looks like we may have rain from Friday all the way to maybe Sunday or Monday of next week, so a lot of rain coming. But we're here again broadcasting live. Going to be joined by Adrian Duggar coming up for just a few minutes. Brand new sponsor, Sleep Solutions. They're now on board right beside Ingles, right across the street here in Elizabeth. They're going to join us. Also, Doug Fritz joins us. Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News. Mike Hedrick, NASCAR fans reporter, going to join us. John Valentine, the band director of the Betsy Band of Elizabeth, is going to join us. All that and a whole lot more. A lot of sports to talk about. Aaron Judge did it last night. He tied Roger Maris for the most home runs ever in a season at 61, so he's going to try and break it tonight. And so we'll talk about that. Got some college football, some high school football. We got 3 games going on tonight. Our game, Elizabeth and Sullivan East, Unicoi County and Chucky Doak, and Morristown East and Science Hill. All 3 being played tonight, and plus everybody else going on tomorrow. So we'll get all that in. But first, let's get the Kingdom Airs front and center, as we always do, to get our show started with the national anthem. Kingdom Airs out of Dollywood, gracious enough to record this for us, and we appreciate that. So here we go, the Kingdom Airs on the Tom Daly Sports Show.
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And back on the Tom Daly Sports Show, we got a brand new sponsor. We're very excited about this. And he's here. And he played basketball at Unaka. And he could play. At least that's what I heard. I've checked on him since the last time we met, and the first time we met. Adrian Duggar, how you doing, sir? Hold this.
Oh, pretty good. How are you doing today?
You're fine. You're just an old country boy. If I can do this, anybody can do it. So, how you doing?
Doing great. How are you doing?
Good. Class of what year in Unaka?
97.
Class of 97.
Yep.
So, works right across the street. Brand new sponsor, Sleep Solutions Mattress Gallery.
Right.
So, you guys sell a ton of Tempur-Pedic. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we do a lot of Tempur-Pedic sales. We also have Stearns & Foster, Sealy. We also do some Beauty Rest. So, we have all the big national brands. We're bringing them to Elizabeth and trying to help everybody get a nice, a better sleep at night to improve their overall health.
Yep. Tempur-Pedic, by the way, is not made in China. Yay. Or Russia or somewhere else. It's made in Duffield, Virginia. So when you buy a Tempur-Pedic mattress, know it's made probably as a crow flies 40, 50 miles from here in Duffield, Virginia. Yeah. So Tempur-Pedic is very much American-made. So I'm all about be loyal, buy American, keep our Americans working. Plus, it's a good mattress, isn't it?
Right. It's a great mattress. It's probably the best mattress on the market right now. It's also, being made here in USA. We don't have to wait a long time either. It's not like other stuff if you buy it from overseas where you're waiting 6 months to actually get it. Right.
Yeah. Good luck with that, right?
Right.
But here it's made, again, seriously, in Southwest Virginia, Duffield, which is on the other side of Gate City, up 23. You know where it's at. Most folks have been through Duffield a time or two. So that's where it's at, the Tempur-Pedic plant. Budget-wise, Adrian, you can sell me, as they say, you can sell me a Ford, you can sell me a Mercedes as far as a mattress, right?
Absolutely. We have something, at our location for every budget, also for every type of sleeper, too, as well. So.
Yep. So, showroom's right across the street, right beside Ingles.
Right.
And so once you walk in, what we're going to see?
We're going to see a beautiful showroom. We just done some remodeling. We've got a great new Tempur-Pedic wall. You're going to see a lot of mattresses that are great. You're also going to see, the other things to complete your sleep system, like adjustable bases, also pillows and sheets. Pretty much anything that's going to help you get a better night's sleep, we're going to have and got you covered there.
He's got to get back to the shop, so I'm not going to keep him long. But what separates Tempur-Pedic from all the other mattresses? What makes it so unique?
Technology. It's the foam was originally made by NASA.
Really?
Yeah, and it was for the astronauts. Then later it went to Switzerland, and now it's back in the United States. But it's science. It's just going to help you conform to your body, and like I said, help you get a better night's sleep.
Hours are open.
We're open from 10 to 6, Monday through Saturday.
Social media?
We do have Facebook.
Facebook.
Right.
Sleep Solutions Mattress Gallery.
That's us.
Yeah,
and we also have a location in Greenville as well.
Yep.
Yep.
But the one we're pushing, of course, Greenville folks down in Greenville watch the show, so on Andrew Johnson Highway. But we're pushing the one right across the street. We're going to do a couple of shows live there between now and Christmas, because is this a dumb question? Do people buy mattresses for Christmas gifts?
Absolutely. They do that. Plus, a lot of times, you're going to have unexpected guests coming, so you may need something for your guest room, and we can help you with that as well.
There you go. Adrian Duggar, your official title there is?
I'm a
manager?
Yeah.
Store manager?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was introduced to him. So, anyway, UNACA basketball class of 97, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah. I did a little checking. The boy could fill it up. You could play, couldn't you?
I could play a little defense.
Oh.
Right.
He's selling himself short. He's a pretty good basketball player. Anyway, he's now the manager again, right across the street, Sleep Solutions Mattress Gallery, right beside Ingles. Welcome aboard. Again, we'll get Justin on here. You said, here's a good thing. He said, I don't know if I can get over here today because the store's got a lot of folks in it. So,
right.
So I like that when you can't come because you got people in there shopping and buying. So we're 87 days away from Christmas. We do layaway?
Yeah, we've got all kinds of different financing options too. So
yeah, there you go. You got them and sizes, you go single all the way up to king?
We have, we've even got RV sizes that we can get for you for your RVs, but we've got, your traditional twin all the way up to Cali Kings.
All right. Are you hungry or thirsty?
Oh, yeah.
Get you something to eat, take it back. Compliments of Chick-fil-A. So,
all right.
Appreciate you, sir. Welcome
No
aboard.
Thank you, and we look forward to having you at our location, too.
Absolutely. Can't wait. In fact, here's the commercial. Brand spanking new commercial. Rachel Robinson's coming up next. Now, y'all get ready for her. This will be we're just a couple of good old boys here, but we're getting ready to get into the Rose and the Thorn coming up next, or Beauty and the Beast. So she joins us right after this, and guess what? She's going to help me do a Milligan University basketball game. She said she'd do a color because her dad's the head coach. So there you go. We'll take a break for Sleep Solutions right back after this. Doug Fritz comes up in a few minutes talking pick and panel for high school football. Big games 3 tonight and a bunch tomorrow night. He joins us in a few minutes right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
Hi, my name is Brian, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is you can taste the different types of cheeses and the blends that they use, and everything just comes together. It's like a delicate dance. They're like perfection in every bite.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who stopped by. Rachel Robinson. Here, you don't need this. You've been around microphones and cameras all your life, so First time I met her, she was shooting pictures for her dad's basketball team. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, wasn't that long ago, but yeah.
Yeah.
She helped and shot some pictures. So one of my girls was buff for a day. So her daddy, father, is the head basketball coach at Milligan University. Does he know you're on this morning? Did you tell him?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Does your mother know you're on?
I don't think so.
They can go back and watch it. So
Yeah, for
there
sure.
you go. Now, she works here. She's one of the part of the leadership team here at Chick-fil-A. And so the phone number, by the way, is 297-1266. Now, how long have you been working here?
7 years in December.
She can tell you how many the different kinds of trays in her sleep. Well, I can tell you the fruit tray, and I can tell you the mac and cheese tray, but that's about all I can do. So what are the other trays folks can order?
We can do nuggets, strips, salad. We have like cold sandwiches that has shredded chicken from the salads on it. Yeah, we can do a lot.
Cool wrap
Cookies,
trays?
brownies, cool wrap trays.
Yep. I'm looking up here on the menu board. Nugget trays,
Yep.
cool wrap trays.
Yep.
Did you say a salad tray?
Yeah, we have a salad tray, and then we have like a
Had
chill
no clue.
grill sub tray.
Had
which
no
is
clue.
Like a
You
sub
did-
bun. It's
Had
really
no clue
good.
you could do a salad tray.
Yeah.
Cobb salad? Anything you want?
It's just like basically a big side salad. It's got spring
Wow.
mix and cheese and tomatoes.
So that'd be good for tailgating. Somebody don't want
100%.
they want chicken, they want salad, so we can do a salad tray. I just learned something new. I didn't know that. I've been coming over here for 3 or 4 years. I had no clue you could do a salad tray.
Yeah.
Come on. Strip tray, got that.
Yep.
Nugget tray, got that.
Yeah. Nuggets range from 64 to 200.
There we go. She is a marketing machine from 64 to 200. She tells me yesterday, I don't think I can do this. I'm thinking, before this is over with, I'm going to get up and walk away. She just do the show. So from 64 to 200 are the number of nuggets, right?
Yeah, small 64, medium's 120, and a large is 200 for nuggets.
There you go. 297-1266, the number to call. If you need something for breakfast, what kind of trays you get for breakfast?
Breakfast, we have small and large mini trays, which are 40 and 20. Count.
Coffee.
Coffee, we've got a 96-ounce
Yep.
container.
It's kind of a wooden, or not a wooden, but why did I say
It's
wood?
a cardboard.
Cardboard, not
Yep.
wooden, cardboard container. So you can get hot coffee.
We got gallons of tea and gallons of lemonade.
Yep. Have you tried the Autumn Spice milkshake?
I have.
What do you think?
It's probably my favorite
Me
seasonal
too.
drink we have
Oh,
right now.
it's awesome.
It's fall in a cup. It's delicious.
Yeah. Fall in a cup. Mary, milkshake is fall in a cup. There you go. She's on it today. Robinson's on it. So you are going to help me do a game, right? One of your dad's games? Yeah.
Yeah.
You played a little basketball in your day, didn't you?
A little bit.
Her sister's like all universe, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She really was. And you would look at Sarah Robinson in here in street clothes thinking, how does she do what she does? Because she's not big and bulky, but she was kind of
She was smart.
smart player, and just, yeah, she just outfoxed everybody, didn't she?
She did.
Yeah. And then the brothers,
Yep.
Willie,
Still coaching too.
still
helping
coaching.
Dad.
Oh, Willie, helping Dad. So, again, Chick-fil-A, you have the milkshakes. We talked about the Autumn Slice milkshake. You have the spicy chickens back, is that correct?
Spicy Grilled Club.
Spicy Grill Club.
Yep.
So that's back on the menu for the fall. So again, if you've got folks, you told me the other day, folks are starting to call in and kind of plan holiday lunches, those kind of things, needing trays. So again, seriously, we're 87 days away from Christmas, so we're not that far away from Thanksgiving, the Christmas holiday season. So if you're wanting to have folks things delivered, you guys deliver, right?
We do.
Yeah.
We deliver orders over $100.
Yep, over $100, and bring it right to you, and deliver it to you. And when folks, you do a lot of deliveries. When folks order, what do they typically get? Nuggets,
Yeah.
strips. What?
Nuggets. I deliver a lot of sandwich deliveries, so anywhere. Last Saturday I did one that was 175 sandwiches and 6 large mac trays. So,
Wow.
And 15 gallons of tea.
176 sandwiches.
Yeah.
Is what you said?
175 sandwiches
175
and 6
sandwiches.
large mac trays.
6 mac trays and 15 gallons of tea. Wow, that was a party. Somebody's going to do.
It was a wedding.
It was a wedding.
Yep.
So
I got
you-
a big old car for it too. So
297-1266. So she'll do a wedding. She'll do parties. She does tailgating. She can bring it if you're just gonna. You got to have over $100, but you can get that.
Yep.
Have it delivered. So, and a lot of folks come in and get trays for the football games, right?
absolutely. Yeah.
So, and then don't forget gift cards. We'll be pushing those for Christmas, but the gift cards again are good. 297-1266 is the number to call. And so, now was this that bad? This wasn't that bad, was it?
No, it wasn't that bad.
All right, there's 3 ways to do it. I'm going to let you talk about the app here in a second. You come in the lobby where we are, come through the drive-thru, brand new double-stacked drive-thru, and then also tell us how we can ultimately get free food on our phone by using the app. Tell me about that.
Yeah, if you order off the mobile app, you can accumulate points that you can redeem for free food. So if you just scan, all it takes is to scan your app, and it'll take the dollar amount that you spent, and it'll add a certain number of points, and then those points are good for free food.
Yep.
So my dad is a big fan of the points. He gets free breakfast all the time. So.
Does he really?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Your dad's cool.
He is cool.
He is cool. I like him a lot. He's a good man.
He is.
He's a good Christian man. So, anyway, this is Rachel Robinson. So it's going to be, and I've even told him we do the Milligan ball games. You're going to be top billing. It's the Rachel and Tom show. We're going to let you be top dog. I don't care who's the dog. Top makes no difference to me, but it's going to be Rachel and Tom doing Milligan University basketball. So you promise you do one game.
One game. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's between a 2-3 and a 1-3-1, and
Yeah.
I mean, she's been around your dad coaching all your life, right?
I learned to walk at a gym, so.
She learned to walk in the gym, so she knows a little bit about hoops and basketball. So,
Yep.
So I asked her, "Would you help me? We're getting ready. We got contract to do Milligan games, some of them, when we're not doing the Cyclones." And she said, "Yeah, I'll do it." So, are you excited or nervous?
A little bit of both.
Were you nervous? All right, you were nervous about doing this now. Are you okay with it?
Yeah.
See, trust me. If I can do this, anybody can do this. And she does it. Came here and sit down, and away we roll. So, last thing, when you sit down and eat on your break,
Yes.
what do you get off the menu from Chick-fil-A?
Well, it changes because I eat here about 5 days a week, at least one meal, if not two. This week I've been into the grilled nuggets.
Grilled nuggets.
It changes, and then every now and then you can't go wrong with a classic #1 sandwich.
Classic #1. There you go.
Little Colby Jack cheese, it's great.
There you go. All right, I'll let you get back to doing whatever you're doing. So
Thank you. I gotta go to work.
you got to go to work. Thank you. She's awesome.
Thank you.
Rachel Robinson, folks, again from Chick-fil-A. Again, the phone number 297-1266. That's where we are here broadcasting live. Again, it's homecoming tonight. Airtime at 7 o'clock with the Cyclone Network. We're going back to the 4 cameras tonight. We got the switcher. We got the maestro coming in from Nashville, Ronnie Brookshire, to do that for us. And so we're going to go in there at 7 o'clock with the pregame. Kickoff at 7:30. Cyclones over the last 3 meetings have outscored Sullivan East 170-16. So we've owned them for the last three games, but you know, 3 years, that doesn't mean anything. Sounds good for us broadcasters, but at the end of the day, you got to do it on the field. So Cyclones will go. They're averaging 33 points a game, giving up 35. Are the East Patriots? We're averaging 17, giving up 16, but we have held our opponents to Science Hill 17, Greenville 21, Boone 7. Granger was a shutout, and then last week Anderson County put 35 up on the scoreboard. So we've not allowed a whole lot of points over the 5 games we played. So anyway, 7 o'clock airtime tonight. We'll be ready to go. Quick break. We'll be right back. Doug Fritz joins us coming up here in a few minutes. But up next, Mr. Will Hoyt, brand spanking new sponsor. We met Mr. Duggar. We bragged on his basketball skills playing at Unaka. Mr. Will Hoyt is the owner of said shop right across the street, a brand new sponsor on the show. Sleep Solutions Mattress Gallery. He said, "Can I come by and talk?" I said, "Really? Absolutely." Talk a little sports, talk a little mattress. Again, you heard me. I'm going to preach this. Now they're a sponsor. This Tempur-Pedic ain't made in China. They ain't coming over on a boat. They ain't made in Mexico. They ain't made in pick a place. They're made in Duffield, Virginia, right up the road here, Southwest Virginia. So when you buy a Tempur-Pedic mattress, you're keeping Americans working, and I'm all about that. Be loyal and buy American. Keep our American folks working. Tempur-Pedic in Duffield, Virginia. He joins us next after this from the Jewelers Bench on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Need help finding that perfect gift? Jewelers Bench provides the highest quality jewelry at incredible prices, providing unique jewelry for all occasions. With our own jeweler in-house, we offer custom-made pieces, as well as general maintenance and repair services. Whether you're shopping for yourself or someone special, we can help make your holidays sparkle. Always remember, you get more for your money at the Jewelers Bench.
From our family to yours, we would like to thank you for supporting our business for over 20 years.
And as always, we wish you a
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It's our anniversary sale going on right now at Sleep Solutions Mattress Gallery. We're celebrating 7 years in Greenville and 1 year here in Elizabethton. We appreciate the support of our hometown community where we live and work. And to thank you, we're offering huge discounts like never before.
Sleep Solutions Mattress Gallery, your solution to a great night's sleep.
Back at the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who stopped by. New sponsor. We like that. We're all about that. We told him we're going to work hard to help promote him because he sells lots of mattresses. Tempur-Pedic. Am I right? Here, you don't need it. That's for rookies. You ain't no rookie.
I'm not a rookie. Come on, I've done this way too many times.
That's it. We're just a couple of good old boys, never meaning no harm. We're like the Dukes of Hazzard.
That's exactly right.
Mo and Joe. So.
Oh, wait a minute. Am I Mo or you, Joe? Which one?
I don't. You be what? Hey, you be where you want to be.
You can be too. I don't care.
You be Joe. I'll be Mo.
Okay, that sounds good.
But you guys sell right across the street here in the Ingle Shopping Center. You guys sell a ton of Tempur-Pedic. And it is made in Southwest Virginia.
Oh yeah, everything that we've done with Tempur-Pedic is right here in Duffield. We're actually a little secret. We're going to go tour the plant here on the 11th, so we're going to have a little bit more knowledge of how they build the mattress. So I'm really excited about that. So got
That's
quite
awesome.
a few. We've got every model except for 2 of them on the floor at the present time. Got new stuff coming out probably first of next year. So not only do we have Tempur though, but we do carry Sealy and quite a few other brands. So we're not just that high-end store. We have everything from a $249 queen all the way up to that Tempur-Pedic.
Mm-hmm.
So don't come to the store and look in and say, oh man, I can't afford nothing here. Come in and try us out. Give us a shot.
Yep, right across the street, Ingle Shopping Center. You can see, signs lit up, well lit, of course. Sleep Solutions Mattress Gallery. So, yeah, and you got something to fit everybody's budget. And Adrian even said, I didn't know this. First time I had him on, he said, we even have mattresses for RVs and campers.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, we can custom size anything that you want as far as that goes. So if you want a triple king in your bedroom and you got a big enough bedroom, I can have it built that way for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, any size you name. If you want a 5x5 or for your dog, or if you want to go up to triple king, whatever you want, we can get it custom built. As long as we get in your door, we'll do it for you.
Didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
You guys deliver?
Yes, we deliver, set up through the whole 9 yards. We'll even take off your old mattress if you want to.
There you go.
So
Sleep Solutions Mattress Gallery right across the street here from where we are, Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton at the Ingle Shopping Center. As I said earlier, we're 87 days away from Christmas. I guess folks buy mattresses as Christmas presents?
A lot of people don't think about that, but think about something that gives every year for the next 10 years. Same gift, one time. Don't worry about the next 10 years.
Huh. There you go.
So
a very practical gift.
Yes.
A mattress from Sleep Solutions Mattress Gallery. Tennessee football off this week. Are they the real deal?
Looking like it. I'm hoping and praying myself. You know how Tennessee plays. We don't know.
Yeah.
One game to another, things can change.
LSU's got Mississippi State this week. We're off. The balls are off, so it gives an extra week to prepare because you get a pretty tough stretch. LSU, Alabama, and who's the next one? Say LSU, Alabama, and
Georgia. Ain't it Georgia next?
I think so.
I think it is. I might
double
be wrong.
check.
Let's check.
We're going to check right now.
All I know is we got to stay healthy and play the game. That's the main thing. They're playing the game like they should. We just got to continue it, what we're doing, and play basic football.
All right, here we go. Let's see. We got LSU, then we got Alabama, we got Tennessee Martin, then we got Kentucky.
So we get a little bit of break there,
Yeah.
and then go back to Kentucky. So which might be interesting.
Yeah.
So Alabama scares me just a little bit. Let's be honest.
And they've set the kickoff for noon next Saturday down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Then we come back home for Alabama. Tennessee will then host Tennessee Martin. That's a checkbook game to send them on home with some money. And then Kentucky comes to town on Halloween weekend. So then you head to Georgia, which enough said there. Missouri at home. Then we travel to Columbia to battle the Gamecocks, a beat-up football team, and then we'll wrap things up at home against the Vanderbilt Commodores. So pretty tough road, but Southeastern Conference are all tough. There ain't no cupcakes in the SEC.
No, not at all. And we're getting 2 more too, ain't we?
Yeah.
So I mean,
and them ain't no cupcakes either.
No, I mean, competition's getting tough.
Yeah.
But main thing is, I think this year we shouldn't have a problem getting to a bowl game.
Yeah.
And that's what we all want. And
yeah.
What would you think if we did the SEC championship?
Somebody's got to do it. Might as well be Tennessee. They're on their way back up, folks. I love Josh Heupel.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's just very matter of fact, just gets it done.
Gets it done. I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, he's got an offense and a defense that is learning, and he's brought them up quite a bit of ways now. And, you know, next year I think I seen that we just recruited that 5-star quarterback too. So what will he bring to the table?
Things looking up.
Yep. So,
I went down and watched him play Saturday. Hooker, from my book, is a Heisman candidate. This guy was calm, cool, collected, and you can tell the kids respond to him, and he puts that team on his back, and here we go. Some quarterbacks get in the huddle, and they don't. The guys don't respond. what I can tell is Hooker gets in that huddle, and those guys, I mean, they rally around him.
Oh yeah. So I mean, he's got a chance. Let's see if he does it. I'd love to see it back in Tennessee. Let's do the Heisman.
There you go. Appreciate you coming by. Again, social media. How do we find you all?
You can check us out on Facebook. We're also on. We've got a website if you need to go to that. You can go to sleepsolutionsmattressgallery.com. We're working on a couple of different formats. As we get them up and going, check out our Facebook page. You can look it up in Elizabethton, so we do have one for Greenville and Elizabethton. Check the Elizabethton one out. Like us. We're going to have specials on there weekly. Come and holler at us. We'll take good care of you.
There you go. Right across the street, Engle Shopping Center, brand new sponsor, Sleep Solutions Mattress Gallery. Appreciate you guys much. Welcome aboard, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we'll take a break, and he's here. Doug Fritz, sports writer, John City Press, Kingsport Times News. We'll do a picking panel right after this time out. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on the Tom Dooley Sports Show. Show number, they said it wouldn't work. Show number 1,711 today. Our goal is to hit 2,000. We are going to hit 2,000. After that, don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm going for 2,000. It's about a year away. We'll be right back after this. Tell me all about that, would you please?
Oh yeah, we have several free resources. We have financial calculators. So what you could do is visit bmycu.org, and if you want to learn how to get your debt paid down or how long it's going to take you to pay your mortgage off, anything like that, you go right on our website, bmycu.org, go to resources, and then you can find financial calculators, and it's just really cool. It does the work for you, and then we got the financial planner available for you at the main office, always there to help you. She is wonderful. And then this week we are opening our student branches, and I'm going to bring Velda in next week, and she's going to tell you a little bit about student branches and what that entails next week. And electronic services such as bill pay, e-statements, mobile app, all that fun stuff. We have insurance products, accidental death or dismemberment. That's free to our members. 2,000 of that. You just have to be a member and turn it in. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
And discounted tickets, people love those. You got Dollywood, Carowinds, Biltmore tickets. If you want more information, once again, you visit bmycu.org and get those. And then we've got Business Spotlight for business accounts. You can display your business at one of our 4 locations when it's available all month, and it's free, and showcase what you got.
Locations are where?
In Roe Mountain, in Elizabethton, one on 19E, and then one behind Elizabethton High School. And then we've got one in Johnson City off of West Oakland Avenue.
You've already said it, but again, social media, how do we find you?
You find me at Northeast Community Credit Union on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or bmycu.org, or you can call us at 423-547-1200.
One of the great sponsors of the Tom Dooley Sports Show, the great folks again at Northeast Community Credit Union, our good friend, Miss Andrea Lewis.
Hi, this is Mandy Lewis with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Get ready for the Mary Kay products that are not just fun for fall, they're fun for all. Ask about the new Mary Kay Beauty Box filled with an assortment of beauty and self-care must-haves, or the 2 new shades of gel lipstick, or the perfect fun for fall eye palette of 6 warm-hued shades. Check out the new fall products from Mary Kay Cosmetics. Contact me today at marykay.com/mlewis10377. That's marykay.com/mlewis10377.
Back on the Tom Dooley Sports Show, look who stopped by, our buddy Doug Fritz, Johnson City Press sports writer, Johnson City Press Kingsport Times News. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good. You have shorts on. I'm over here with a turtleneck on this morning when out. It's cold.
I won't tonight. I guarantee you that.
No, it's going to be a little cool tonight. So, all right. You know, I'm a big fan of Johnson City Press. I use it as a reference point in the show all the time. So here in today's paper is an article that we're going to let him expound on about he went back and found some rushing leaders and some different things as far as statewide and national rankings. Tell us about that, would you please?
Yeah, I just thought I'd add something to our Northeast Tennessee stat leaders and just kind of give a comparison for how they stood against some of the best in the country and the state, and was surprised to find that Nehemiah Edwards of Unicoi County is among the state leaders with touchdowns of 21, and among the he's in the national conversation there too, and also with his rushing yards of 1259. He's I think he's 4th or 5th in the state there. So just I thought it'd kind of be fun to compare some of the stuff. See a kid from Oil City, Pennsylvania, wherever that is, he's already over 2,000 yards. And it was interesting to see the kid from White County too, 27 touchdowns. That leads the nation. So our own state, we got a kid that's just running crazy out there in the middle of the state.
Look at Nehemiah Edwards. The guy had 7. We had Coach Rice on the show earlier this week from Unicoi County. He had 7 touchdowns in one game. 1,259 yards rushing. This guy's having a year, to say the least. Kid from Cloudland over 1,000 yards already, Gage McKinney. So those two are there. Next one up will be Mervyn, a kid out of Chucky Oaks, got 601. Lunsford out of Hampton's got 585. Kid from Unaca's got 512. So there are some kids out there. Elizabeth is Nate Stevens at 416 right now. He's got a ways to go to hit 1,000, but he's had 2 big rushing weekends back to back, and so he, I'm sure, would love to have another big rushing night tonight against Sullivan East. It's homecoming, so those are some really cool things in the paper. Johnson City Press, you need to pick up a copy of the Press and check this stuff out. This guy is a stat machine. I called him up the other day and said, what is Sean Witten's record and what's Jenkins' record? Well, not the other day, for the Boone game. Within about 10 minutes, he had it for me. So if you want some stats, this guy's the stat machine, and we really appreciate it. This guy's, all these years I've been doing ball games around here, this guy, I'm going to publicly thank him because the research he does, the numbers he comes up with, the stats and the series rivalries and all that, it's awesome for us broadcasters to be able to tap into what he does. So publicly, I want to say thank you, sir. You did a good job. If you ever think you unappreciated, it's a lie, because I appreciate you a lot. So
I appreciate you saying that, Tom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, he does a great job. He really does a heck of a job keeping our local kids in the forefront and what's going on in the local sports. So let's take a look at what you're thinking about tonight's ball games. I think I'm embarrassing the boys. Look, over like, okay, come on, Tom, let's go on with something else. Move along, yeah. Because, well, it's just what I think, and I can't help it. So 6A tonight, Morristown East at Science Hill. Hilltoppers or the Hurricanes? What do you think?
Well, I think Science Hill's going to win. They had a little trouble with them last year, as Coach Carter was talking about. And, it is interesting because Morristown East, and if it got some of those same kids back on the defensive line, Science Hill had a lot of trouble running the ball against them last year, and that's all Science Hill does this year. So there's the potential for that being a little bit closer, but the 4 quarters, I think Science Hill wins.
All right, Science Hill, this is a regional game. By the way, let's run down the standings. Dobbinsville at 2-0, Jeff County 2-0. They'll play tomorrow night. We'll get into that one here in a minute. Science Hill at 2-0. And then Morristown East at 0-2. So on paper, it's the Hilltoppers in Johnson City, but we don't play it on paper. We play it on the field. We mentioned Unicoi County, Nehemiah Edwards. They play tonight against Chucky Doak. Chucky Doak, honorable mention in the state in 3A football. Of course, again, they are tied, Unicoi County, with Gatlinburg-Pittman for 4th in the state. Unicoi County 1-0, Chucky Doak 1-0. They'll play tonight in Irwin. Who gets that one?
Well, I think Irwin does. Unicoi County, I just feel like when push comes to shove, Edwards is going to make a difference there. And, one thing we got to say, too, about Edwards is that offensive line for Unicoi County is just playing tremendous football. You don't get that yardage without them doing what they've been doing this season. And the threat of the passing game. I think Ingles a pretty good quarterback, and he got weapons like Lucas Slagle and some other guys. You can't just load up and stop Edwards. So you got to – it's not a pick your – it's a pick your poison thing. If you're going in the game, you're going to try and stop Edwards. But when that line's clicking like that, it's really hard to do. And I think that's going to be the difference in the game. I also think Chucky Oaks a really good football team, and I think it's going to be a close football game. I think it's going to be one score.
That's tonight. I would say it'll be a little cool in Irwin. It's going to be cool in Elizabethton. That's where we're playing our game tonight, right across the street. Sullivan East and Elizabethton for homecoming. Again, in the 4A region, Elizabethton 1-1, Sullivan East at 0-2. Patriots are 2-4 on the season. We're 1-4 on the season. Who gets this one tonight here in Elizabethton?
I think Elizabethton does. I think there's potential for East throwing a scare in them because East is scoring points against everybody. I mean, they're putting the ball in the end zone. Their quarterback, and he's got Drake Fisher, and he's got 2 or 3 really good receivers. Elizabethton's probably going to score some points to win this game. I think they're going to at least need 3 touchdowns or more to beat East, and so it'll be interesting. But I think Elizabethton wins.
Tomorrow night, regular Friday night. Now the game's been moved up, as we know, but now because of Ian, it looks like we're going to get what they're saying. At least the forecast, maybe not the wind, but the rain is certainly coming our way. From what I've been reading, I don't know. Have you checked the latest track of the storm? I haven't checked it. I've been
just saw that come game time tomorrow, it looks like 97% and pretty heavy rain.
Yeah,
so it looks like it's going to hit. I think the teams that moved up, or if nothing else, are going to be a lot drier.
Yeah. DB at Jeff County tomorrow night. First place in 6A football at stake. Dobbins winning Jeff County. Of course, DB's ranked in the state in the top 10. Who wins that one tomorrow night down in Dumpling Valley?
Well, it's interesting. Last year, DB went through a soft schedule undefeated and then had to play Greenville and got whipped. And then the next week came back against Jefferson County, lost again. This year, they played a soft schedule, went undefeated, and then they had to play Greenville. Very close football game. I think DB gained some confidence there, as odd as that may sound, with 6A against 4A, but I think they did. I think they'll handle things better against Jefferson County this year, but I also think that, the quarterback at Jeff County, Isaiah Hall, he's a wild card there, and if he plays well and DB can't contain him, Jefferson County could give DB a battle there.
5A football, Cherokee at Crockett. They play that one tomorrow night. It'll be Cherokee comes in with a record of 0-1, Crockett at 0-2 in the region. Who wins that one in Jonesboro?
Well, here's a quiz for you. How many games has Crockett played at home this year?
0.
That's it. Tonight'll be the first one, so they'll be all fired up, and that's probably the best thing. They're in a favorite role, but they haven't. They're 2-4, so you can't just take a favorite role for granted. But the fact they're going to be so excited about playing at home on a new field with the new lights, I think Crockett wins that one handily.
Tennessee High, Morristown West. Tennessee High 1-0 in the region. Morristown West at 1-1. Who wins that one down at Burke Tony Stadium?
50-50 the way I look at it. So I'll go with Morristown West. When it's 50-50, you pick the home team, right? So I think it's a good football game. Pick West.
2A football tomorrow night. You've got the number 1 team in the state of Hampton going to South Green. South Green 2-0, Hampton 1-0. Big football game. We're going to hope to have Coach Lunsford on the show tomorrow. What do you think about that one? Hampton on the road or South Green at home tomorrow night?
Hampton coming off a bye week. They played outstanding football this year. I think they've kind of, to this point, if you just truncate it through their 5 games, they've exceeded expectations to that point, the way they've been playing football. So they should be able to win this game, but I've been in this a long time, and when teams go from our area down to Greene County, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, whatever, sometimes things just don't always go the way that they plan. I think this could be a good football game.
Daniel Boone, non-conference tomorrow night at CAK. Boone having a heck of a year. Trailblazers, as you know, undefeated, ranked in the state. They'll go to CAK, which should be a pretty good test. Who wins that one tomorrow?
Common sense, logic, and recent history say Boone wins that game, but it's also a private school, and Coach Jenkins talked about the speed that this team has, and that's the one thing. Boone's a pretty fast team, but they're not what I would call private school fast. And so if they're outmatched a little bit in the speed department, this is going to be a tough game. I'll stick with Boone, but I think it could go either way.
Jonathan Morton says Doug does a great job. He was so great. He was great to Deuce back in the day when Deuce was playing football and wrestling at Elizabethton. So there's a daddy that says thank you.
Well, I appreciate that. It's always good to hear that, because we, a lot of times we wonder, is anybody, especially nowadays. So it's really nice to hear that, and I appreciate that.
Yep, because you're right. We go day to day thinking, does anybody out there care? Does anybody really want to know what we're doing? And so, but when you have folks say that, and we don't take that lightly. We appreciate it.
Right, absolutely.
Yep. So right now, let's take a step back in our region. Who are the big daddies right now? Who are the guys you feel like got a chance to get on down the road in postseason? We've passed the halfway point, have we not? Let's see. Yeah, we're past the halfway point of the season, so playoffs not that far away. Who do you feel like's got a chance to make some noise?
Well, I'm going to stick with Dobbins Bennett. I've thought all year that there's a team that has a chance to make some noise. I've now seen Marable. I haven't seen Dobbins Bennett in person. See him here in a few weeks. I really think that this could be a year for DB. The loss to Greenville one more executed play, that's a win against Greenville. So I like them. I like what they're doing. I think Daniel Boone's got a chance to make some postseason noise. I think I may have said earlier this year, or maybe even on your show, I didn't think they'd have to face Knoxville West until the semifinals, but I was wrong about that. West is in that same league with Sevier County. Those things change, with the new classifications and stuff. It's hard to keep up with it, but I think Boone's got a chance to at least get out to the quarterfinals. And then you go down to 4A. Greenville is the favorite to win the state. I moved them back to number 1 in my rankings after Elizabethton gave Anderson County a scare. I still think that Anderson County may have a shot at them, but we'll see. I haven't seen Greenville in person. And then you go down there, I think Unicoi County's got a chance to get to the quarterfinals. Hampton's got a chance to get to the semifinals. And Cloudland, you look at their record and you don't think, but the way that plays out, I mean, it's basically just Coalfield's the only team really that's in their way. And they played a tough schedule, Cloudland has. They could get out to the semifinals again this year. And once you're at that point, as we know from Elizabeth, and once you get to that point, you got a chance to win a state championship. I remember way back in the day when Sean Witten was playing quarterback and they played Maryville in the semifinals. Elizabethton was ahead in that game with just about 4 minutes to go, and there was a controversial play where they threw a little pass and the kid stepped out of bounds. The referee didn't call it. And so Sean Witten stopped because he saw the kid. You don't want to hit the kid because he stepped out of bounds. And then the kid went down the sidelines for what turned out to be the winning score. Elizabethton drove back down, got it just past midfield. But basically what I'm saying, semifinals, you get there, you got a chance.
That's the name of the game. You're exactly right. Hello, Coach Harden. How you doing, sir? There's one of the good guys there.
Good. Yeah. Good to see you.
Good man right there.
Thank you.
See there? There's 2 people.
That's 2.
There's 2. He reads everything you put out. We all do. I mean, as I said, I use this paper, Will tonight, for the broadcast. I use it a lot as a reference point because of the stuff he cranks out. And this is good right here, really good, as far as tackles, touchdowns, receiving, passing, rushing, state leaders, and how the state leaders rank on the national scene as well.
And we'll add some more categories to that as we go along through. This week was the first week. I may have had some more categories, but with games being moved up, it messed up my normal schedule. So next week we'll add some tackles for loss and some kicking stats maybe. We'll just have to see, and each week try and add a little something extra to give people a chance to look at something fresh.
We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth, and we're talking to Doug Fritz. Coming up next, Mike Hedrick joins us. NASCAR Fans Report a little bit later in the show. John Valentine, the band director, getting ready for the big band competition, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Picked up yet another band. There'll be 14 bands here next Saturday afternoon at Citizens Bank Stadium. And he picked up Johnson County. Johnson County's now a part of it. So Science Hill, Pigeon Forge, South Green, and it goes on and on. We'll let him tell you about that coming up here in a little while. So you look at this high school football season, and we've talked about the guys you feel like can get down the road, and I hope you're right. I hope they all can get down the road. We're getting more from a respect factor. I think we're getting more and more respect statewide about what we do up here athletically in Northeast Tennessee. You agree?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things, too, about, it's not Elizabethton erased the pipe dream. You know what I'm saying? It's now when you get there. I mean, and I think that's one of the reasons that Cloudland almost won their semifinal game last year. Hampton did win their semifinal game last year. I think it was a direct result of what Greenville and Elizabethton have done through the years. I mean, kids, it's that mindset. When Science Hill played Maryville last week, I knew, and I say no because we don't really know, but you know when you know what's going on. Science Hill's not going to beat Maryville. But then one day when it happens, then all bets are off because kids start changing that mindset, and you realize, Maryville has mind control over us up here, and there also was a respect factor that was lost through the 70s, 80s, 90s, and it's been regained now. And now teams aren't looking at Northeast Tennessee teams the same way. It's like, how are we going to beat them?
Mm-hmm. There you go. He's exactly right. So 3 tonight, and then everybody else plays tomorrow night. And then another big week of regional play next week. All right, let's take a look, step by a couple other sports before I let you go. Braves and the Mets, again, start a series tomorrow night, hopefully in Atlanta. And so the Braves and the Mets duking out for that home field advantage for the divisional title. You like Atlanta, you like the Mets at the end of the regular season?
the Mets have that pitching that scares you. It was really last night was really disappointing to me because I mean it was like the Braves let one get away, and the Mets didn't let one get away. So it's like you're at the point of the season now when these teams go head to head. How's that going to come out? And as good as the Braves are and as good as their pitching is, Scherzer, DeGrom, it's like how are you going to beat these guys? And I think the Mets are. I've thought all along the Braves were going to win, but there's just been too many circumstances down the stretch here that have caused me to doubt a little bit. If I had to pick right now, I'd pick the Mets, but I hope I'm 100% wrong, And it's so important, to get that
home field advantage.
To get out of that. And if I understand the playoff setting the way I think I do, you win that division, you don't have to play in that first round, right?
Get a bye.
It's like that's huge. You set your pitching up. It's a big deal.
The wild card goes. They have to play, and the home the division winner gets to sit at home. So right now that would be the Cardinals and the Dodgers, and either the Braves or the Mets will be your three divisional guys will be sitting at home for the first round. But we got another week of baseball to decide all that. Tennessee football. Big win over the Florida Gators. Are they for real?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm talking to some of my friends who are like really, really UT to the core. And, they're like, well, they've made a lot of mistakes. They made a lot of mistakes against Pittsburgh, and they made a lot of mistakes against Florida, and then Florida almost won at the very end there. There's a lot of scary stuff. I just kind of disregard all that because I don't worry about Tennessee's defense because I feel like, and I've told several people this, I feel like Tennessee plays defense to set up the offense. And that if you score against Tennessee, they don't care because they're getting the ball back and they're going to score against you.
Track me.
And it's like Tennessee wants to have more plays than you have. And if they hold you to a field goal, that's like you're in trouble. They've held you to a field because they're coming back to get a touchdown. And outside of Alabama, although the LSU game's a little scary just because of where it is, but outside of Alabama and Georgia, these teams can't match up with Tennessee's offense. I mean, they're a double-digit win team. They have a chance to get to the playoffs. I believe that. I don't know if they can beat Alabama, but I think they can beat Georgia. And I don't know how that plays out. Would they have to? I was just thinking if they won all their games except Alabama, and then they had to play Alabama again, the SEC championship, and they lost to them again, would that keep them out of the playoffs? Could they get in there with 2 wins? Two losses, I mean.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just think that this is a special UT team because the offense they have, they're going to score against everybody. They're for real. Their coach, you mentioned him before, he's for real. This is a good team. We'll see. They've got some prove-it games coming up.
Last question before I let you go. I don't know if I've ever asked you this. In fact, I know I haven't. All the years you've been covering sports, who is the one person you can go sit down in the old folks' home and say, boy, the coolest interview I ever did was with this person right here, and this person is blank? Who would that be?
You mean like from our area or just anybody?
Just anybody. Just somebody you will go, man, that was a cool interview. That guy was, or that lady or that guy was cool. And it's like the top of the totem pole is the all-time favorite interview I did with somebody would have been who?
It's funny, and I feel like this is kind of being negative. There's one interview that I did that I would not, it was like be the opposite of that, and that was Bobby Cox, because it's like I interviewed him, I was like, man alive, it was his language. I mean, he couldn't.
He cussed the Blue Streak?
He couldn't say a sentence without throwing stuff in. That's a really hard thing. I know there's somebody, and it's on the tip of my tongue, and I'll think about it. Next time we sit down, I'll try and come up with it because I hate to just say something for saying it. But I've had some times where I've interviewed people, and I've come away from that uplifted. It's like this was great. I really enjoyed talking to this person, and sometimes it's been younger people too. So give me a chance to think about that, and then I'll come up with the top 3 or something when I get a chance to
get you back on next week.
Nail it down.
So, you hungry?
Yes, I came in a little bit hungry, and now I've been in the Chick-fil-A atmosphere for this amount of time, and I'm real hungry.
He's real hungry. Thank you, sir, as
Thank
always.
you.
Here's the other thing too. He's a brother in Christ.
Yes,
He's a
sir.
believer.
Yes, sir.
And so that's, for me, that's even more special. Not only the fact he's a great journalist, what he does in his craft, his profession, but he's a man of faith, and he realizes we're just passing through, and it's a temporal situation. I can tell you that. So we don't know. We're one heartbeat away from eternity. My father told me that all the time, and he's right.
At the end of my time, I'm not going to be a journalist. I'm going to be a Christ follower, and
There
that's
you
what's
go.
going to matter.
That's it. Before you go, let me do the verse today here real quick. And let's see here. It is Psalms 86:12 is the verse for the day. I will confess and praise you, O Lord my God, with my whole heart, and I will glorify your name forevermore. I will confess and praise you, O Lord my God, with my whole heart, and I will glorify your name forevermore. Psalms 86:12. At the end of the day, folks, we think we've got it. We think we're in control. We're not in control.
And I just think that's great too, because that from the Psalms is praising God, and I think we sometimes it seems like we lose sight on that, and we just forget that we're here to praise Him, and that's what we need. Those Psalms bring us back to that.
Absolutely. So, see, we get it. So, we'll tell you this. We all have to stand up and give an account. That's in the book. I promise you, he will not ask Tom Taylor, because I got these rings. I'm so proud of these rings for covering the Cyclones and all the things we've done over the years and the awards and all that. Same with you. He's not going to ask you, Doug, how many interviews did you do? How many articles did you write with the paper? How many this, how many that? He won't ask me either. He's going to say, boys, and it'll be one-on-one. Won't be us up there collectively. But one-on-one, we have to give an account. He'll say, boys, with the talent I gave you, what did you do to further my kingdom?
Yeah.
Not Tom Taylor's kingdom. I'm just telling you, or Doug Pritz's kingdom. Am I right?
That's 100% right. And, it's one thing, too, as I've gotten older and learned more, and I can look back and go, I wasted a lot of time, And if that's one thing you could say to the young people to get them, looking forward and thinking where they are now and the opportunities that they have that passed us by, and we look back and go, man, I could have done better, and I'm trying to do better now, and it's a challenge even now, but just
you're right.
The main thing is the main thing, and the main thing is Jesus, and that's who we are. That's our identity, and that's who we praise, and that's what we're trying to bring forward and share with others.
Somebody told me the other day, so I don't want to hear about all that all the time. I said, well, let me tell you what the book says, Hoss. It says at some point, somewhere down the line, every knee is going to bow and every tongue is going to confess. You won't have a choice. You can do it now willingly, or at some point when he returns, we're all going to do it. So, anyway, yes. I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.
Get you some nuggets, whatever you want to get. I don't care. Salad, drink. Are you a milkshake guy? The autumn spice?
I'm not a milkshake.
Oh, Doug.
They got some good ones here.
Break tradition. Get that autumn spice milkshake. You like pumpkin pie?
Is that what it is? It got a pumpkin flavor to it?
Little pumpkin, little cinnamon. Yeah. Is that a good? Is that the right
sounds
word?
Pretty good.
I'm talking to a journalist. Cinnamon? That doesn't sound right.
Cinnamony.
Cinnamon. Didn't come across right. Cinnamon?
It's a hard word to say.
When you're from West Virginia, there's a lot of hard words to say. So there you go. On that note, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll talk NASCAR with Mike Hendrick next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Well, hello again. This is Pastor Fowler, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church, and I want to invite you to some special things we have going on this fall. I love the fall, the beautiful days, and it won't be long before the leaves will be turning, but I love the clear skies, and so we want to invite you to be with us September Sunday nights. We call it Singing and Preaching. And we have some special guests each Sunday night, and then some special music. Plan wants you to come be a part of that. And then also, don't forget, October the 8th, we'll have our Fall Festival for the young people, and that'll be Saturday afternoon, and then our homecoming on October 9th. So let's make the most of this fall and serve the Lord Jesus Christ with our lives.
We're talking to Dr. again, Sylvester Contreras from Physical Therapy Services. And one of the things you help folks with are muscle spasms and sprains. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of that right now, especially with the high school kids getting back into football. So we get a lot of weekend warriors who go out and run and twist their ankle, get a sprain, or just people that pull their muscles. So it's our job to treat that muscle and get it back to fully working. So we make sure that we get you out of pain first. Once you're out of pain, then we start to strengthen that muscle and build its endurance so that you can get back to doing what you want to do.
Guys and girls, right?
Guys and girls.
Yep. Is there any trend? More older folks Baby boomers, kids, senior citizens, or just a mixed bag?
A mixed bag, but really with your muscle sprains, we see a lot of, for the muscle spasms, it's a lot for the low back spasms. But for the ankle sprains, we see a lot of our high school athletes, especially the football players, that just roll their ankle or take a step wrong and they end up in our clinic.
Yep. Dr. Sylvester Contreras, folks, Physical Therapy Services. How do we find you guys on social media?
Social media, we have Facebook accounts for both of our clinics. Our main clinic is at 1975 West Elk, where we have our orthopedic and sports specializations, and then our other clinic next to medical care is our pediatric location. And you can always contact us at 543-0073, and we'll get you taken care of.
There you go. Folks, one of our great sponsors, they've been doing it for many, many years, Dr. Justin Smith, Dr. Danny Smith, Dr. Sylvester Contreras, the gang at Physical Therapy Services, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, let's go to the phone. My buddy Mike Hedrick, NASCAR fans reporter. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good and really inspired after watching Doug Fritz there on the show with you there. And you know, not only am I impressed by him as a journalist and a fine journalist there helping out the local area and naming off all the kids as often as he does and all their stats, but just impressed with him as a man and a Christian man and able to just to stand there and boldly proclaim his faith. And so I was really inspired by that. And especially when you got to, you know, God's going to ask us, you know, what did you do with these talents that I've loaned you? As Rush Limbaugh used to say, talents on loan from God. Well, he's loaned us all some talents. And so I'm see if I can be inspired and work a little bit better at my talents. See if I can't glorify the Lord a little bit better.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what he's going to ask us. And you do a darn good job of that here on this show. I just want you to know that. So our buddy Mike Hedrick, NASCAR fans reporter, he also a brother in Christ, and so I don't apologize. Again, I had a guy tell me that, man, I love your show, but you talk about the Lord a lot. Yeah, I do. And when it gets right down to it, you know, that's all we got, folks. I narrated a cantata one time. I'll never forget this thing. It said in this cantata, when it comes to the point that I'm all you have, you'll find that I'm all you need. I've never forgot. That's been probably 30 years ago now in a particular Christmas cantata, but anyway, that's what I think, that's what I feel, and I'm not going to apologize for it. We've got NASCAR to talk about. Wow, what a race down in Texas. Getting ready to get to the big one in Dega this weekend. So let's go back and review the run down at Texas Motor Speedway, won by Tyler Reddick. Tell us about it, would you please?
And it was a great race, you know, by a fine young man who's kind of in a crazy situation. You know, he's going to be at RCR one more year, but doesn't know which car he's going to be in. It was actually pretty crazy racing, especially if you were in the playoffs or outside the playoffs. Kyle Busch can't buy any luck. He just had a terrible time. He got in an accident. He was already out by lap 48. But other guys that are in the playoffs, Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Bubba Wallace, those guys are all not Bubba Wallace because he's in the owner's one. But those guys had terrible days. And then, you know, here comes a guy. Only led 3 times, 70 laps. Tyler Reddick gets the win. Now, this is crazy because this is his 3rd win this season, and that's his 3rd career win. He's not a rookie. It's his 2nd year. That ties him for 100 on the all-time wins list. He's tied with, 10 other people like Eric Almirola and Eric Jones. Now, we know that he's going to run one more year, like I said, with RCR, but we don't know the numbers, and he's going to move over to 2311. We're speculating at what number he's going to run over there. But really a fun race if you're not one of the playoff guys. If you're one of the playoff guys, you're watching these other guys just chip away at these guaranteed locks in. I mean, sure, you're in the playoffs and you're in there by points, but everybody wants to get that lock into the next round, and I have these outside guys winning it. It's kind of frustrating some of them a little bit. And we saw some frustration on the track there between Denny Hamlin and William Byron, and also there's some to be said about that as well.
Absolutely. And so, and they didn't probably go out to eat after that race, did they? There was a little some terse words between those two guys, and so the pressure's on. Here's your top 10: Tyler Reddick, Joey Logano, Justin Haley, Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe, Eric Jones, that Jones boys Mike calls him, William Byron, Brad Keselowski, good run, top 10 finish for Brad K. Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin were your top 10 in the race. Again, it had 16 cautions for 91 laps. You had 36 lead changes among 19 drivers, a very competitive race. Of course, the man we always talk about each week, Kyle Busch, rock bottom dead last. He made it in 48 laps, got caught up in the wreck, and that was his day. He was done. So Let's see. Christopher Bell didn't have a very good day. Chase Elliott did not have a very good day. Truex Jr. didn't have a very good day last week. Of course, now it's a new week going to Talladega, but the pressure's on. Here is the points. Again, the guys on the bubble right now: Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric, Christopher Bell, and Alex Bowman. Those guys are in trouble. Above the cutoff at this point would be your leader. There he sits, quiet like a Cheshire cat. Mike talked about him last week, and he nailed it. Joey Logano, your points leader right now. Then comes Ross Chastain, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, and Daniel Suarez are your top 8 right now for the next round coming up this weekend at Talladega. So, again, the guys on the bottom, pressure's on them even more so this week in a race that typically is very, very unpredictable, obviously, at Talladega, Mike. But Briscoe, Cindric, Bell, Bowman in trouble right now. Is that a safe statement?
But it's kind of safe because right now I think William Byron is going to be below that line. NASCAR issued a couple of penalties after this last race, and one of them was to William Byron in that number 24. They penalized him for hitting and spinning Denny Hamlin while they were under caution. So they've docked him $25,000 and some points. Now, if they wind up successfully taking the points away from him, he's actually going to be 8 points under the cut line, pushing Chase Briscoe up a little bit. Another penalty that came out this weekend here was on young Ty Gibbs driving that 23 car. He got penalized for an incident that happened on pit road. He was coming into pit road. Ty Dillon was coming out of pit road, swung out really wide, kind of almost bumped into Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs retaliated to the left, bumping Ty Dillon, who almost ran into a couple of crew members and an official. So that was the second incident for Ty Gibbs this year here. So they hit him pretty hard. They hit him with a $75,000 fine for Ty Gibbs for the incident on pit road. So we'll have to see how the one with William Byron, they've appealed that one. So we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, it was. I'm a Ty Gibbs fan, but that was really kind of a scary situation if you go back and watch that video. And I know he's young. He just really he's up in the big boys now, and he's got to go ahead and put them big boy pants on and control his temper and keep everybody safe out there.
$75,000 fine. That is getting somebody's attention, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, and especially a young driver like that, that's probably all of his money. Now, we talk about these drivers making big, huge amounts of money, but, Christopher Bell, who drives for Joe Gibbs Racing, he only makes about $500,000 or $600,000 a year. He doesn't even make $1 million. So I don't know what they're paying young Ty Gibbs, maybe $100 or something. So yeah, that's $75,000 hurt, and I bet Granddaddy's not going to pay that one.
No.
If you get in trouble, something on the track, I bet Granddaddy would go ahead and stroke you a little Christmas money early on that one. But I think the young man's really got to learn from that. He's a phenomenal talent. He's going to be a great Cup driver. He's up there faster than anybody at 19 years old. But he's still a 19-year-old kid, and he's going to have to go ahead and mature up really quickly to get up there with those guys and be respected along with them as well.
Talking to Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR Fans Reporter. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Cyclone football tonight. It's moved to Thursday because of the storm, and the rain. I don't know if the storm, but we're supposed to get a lot of rain starting tomorrow and all the way really into Sunday. And so we'll go in there at 7 o'clock for the pregame tonight. Kickoff at 7:30. The 4-camera Cyclone Network back at it since we're home tonight. We haven't mastered that on the road yet, but we are going to have that again for sure tonight. The 4-camera, Ronnie Brookshire, the maestro we call him, phenomenal job again producing this with 4 cameras all over the stadium. So it's going to be really neat for homecoming tonight. And so we'll do that, and we'll crown Miss Cyclone football and all that beginning at 7 o'clock. All right, so you take the big boys, they go to the big boy track this weekend, Talladega, where they always have, as we've said, every time they race at Talladega and Daytona. The big tracks always have the big one in terms of wrecks, and this weekend should be no different. So when you go into this place, and you're going to talk about the track itself here in a second, but, Mike, when you go into this and there's problems or it's going to be problematic more times than not, and a lot of times it's not of your own doing. You just get caught up in stuff. I would think these guys in the bottom 4 and all these guys in the playoffs, I would think they're a little extra tense this weekend simply because they're going to a track where anything can happen at any time. You can be humming along doing things great, and all of a sudden, boom, you're in trouble and you're out of the race.
Hey, you're exactly right. And just about every Talladega race winds up for some reason or another being on the highlight reels for some reason, either a phenomenal crash or or something like that. I've only been out to Talladega one time. We went out there in 2009. I was competing in Dega Q for Jeff Hammond, and that was there was a big one in that one. That's fun. Brad Keselowski took Carl Edwards up into the catch fence on the very final lap coming out of turn 4. The race was over. Carl's car was about 100 yards before the start-finish line, got out of his car, and ran the rest of the way Ricky Bobby style. So every race at Dega is just crazy. And I think that's what Bill France wanted when he designed and built that track back in the 60s. He wanted it to be bigger and faster than Daytona, so he built it a little bit bigger. It's 2.66 miles. It's asphalt. It's tri-oval. It's got the big turns like Daytona. And guess who figured would be the guy that would master that thing? All the records that we could talk about, they're all Dale Sr. 10 wins, 23 top fives, 1,377 laps being the leader. Now, when you get to current drivers right now, because that's really what it matters, there will be 37 drivers that will be on the track this week here at the race. Only 11 of these guys have wins at Talladega, and only 5 of the playoff drivers actually have wins at Talladega as well. Now, the most is Brad Keselowski. He's got 5. Joey Logano, he's got 3. Denny Hamlin and Ryan Blaney each have 2. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Stenhouse, Almirola, Elliott, Bubba, Chastain each have 1. And if you look at that list of just has 1, that's a who's who of just anybody kind of a guy. That's not like all the big names when you're looking at Chastain and Bubba and Eric Almirola and Stenhouse. So you can go there and pop off and get you a good first-time win or a win that you need. So if you're under that cut line, I think you're definitely going to have some butterflies in your belly because you know how scary it is, but you know that this is also your opportunity. Maybe it's fate or maybe it's whatever, that you're just going to be in the right time. You're going to try to play it well. This might be your opportunity to get that win, lock yourself into the next round. Everybody wants that lock, and to try to get one at Talladega is really crazy. I think these tracks that NASCAR has picked out in the playoffs are a lot of fun. They're all wild cards. When we leave this crazy one, we go to the Roval next week, and that's just even as crazy. So I think we're in store. If they get it, they're going to be affected by this rain as well. So we'll have to see if everything goes on time and on schedule. But, yeah, it's going to be a wild weekend out there at Talladega there, Big Tom.
You got a Talladega. That's a heck of a track. It's a fun track because you sit and watch that when you know, as you said, and you rehashing what you've talked about, but you're exactly right. It's any time, any moment. The speeds they get up to, are they close to 200? What's the average speed of Talladega now?
They're going into some of those turns. They're going up way over 200. They're going 205 and things like that. I took my oldest brother, Steve. We took him to he was on my barbecue team, and that was his very, very first NASCAR race he had ever been to. We had him sitting there just coming out of turn 4, and he said, for his own views and his own words, he said it was like a high-speed freight train just coming by him the first time. The exhilaration, the thunder of all it is there. I mean, they come around like thunder and horses, Tom, and they're fast at Talladega.
There you go. So, you know what we're going to do? It's pick and panel time. So, how did we do last week? How did I do? How'd you do? And where are we in the points right now heading into Talladega?
Well, we both actually did. We actually picked pretty good. All of our drivers this time, Tom, were all in the top 10. Which is kind of remarkable because we've kind of been not picking all that great here a little bit. Let's see how your guys did. You picked Kyle Larson. He finished in the 9th spot, and Joey Logano finished 2nd. So he gives you a total of 11 points this week. I picked Denny Hamlin. He was running 2nd, but with that incident with William Byron, he finished 10th place. And I picked Ryan Blaney. He finished 4th. So I have a total of 14 against your 11. When we put all those to our totals, Tom, we are flying like jetliners. You've got 727 and I've got 747. We got airplanes out there. So right now, you've increased your lead from 17 last week to 20 points this week. And here I got to see what I can do to try to get somebody here and get it figured out for Talladega. So you're right now leading by 20 points as we head to Talladega there, Big Tom.
All right. So I picked first since I won last week. I think that's how we do this. So here we go. I have not had any chance to slow down and even study this at all. So this is a total wing job off the cuff, and he's going, you go, Tom. You go, boy. You haven't done any research. That's the way we like it. So I'm going to pick I'm going to pick, and I don't know why. Brad Keselowski's had a terrible year. He finished, again, last week in the 8th spot. He rolled off, he was on the pole, wasn't he? Is that correct? But then Keselowski sat on the pole? No. Yes? No.
Yes.
Yes, he did sit on the pole in Texas, but he finished 8th. All right, I'm going with Brad Kay to win it down in Talladega. Has he won? I don't have the stats in room. Has he ever won the race in Talladega? He has, hasn't he?
Yes, he sure has. He actually has the most wins. He's got 5 wins there, so he knows how to get it done. With his time at Penske, hopefully he's taking that over there to RFK with him. So yeah, he's got 5 wins now. That's a good pick.
It's a total stroke of luck, sir, because I have nothing in front of me. I'm going down. In fact, I'm just looking at the grid from last week's race again at Texas and just kind of pull one out of the hat. So Brad Kay goes first. We'll take him. The dark horse guy to win is let's go. I keep looking at Denny Hamlin. Let's go Denny Hamlin. Brad Kay and Denny Hamlin. So Brad Kay to win it. Hamlin's my dark horse. Who's your 2 guys this week?
Well, let's see here. I think we've been going, and that was a good pick there too, because we've had a bunch of these that have not been the playoff drivers. So you pick one guy that's not in the playoffs, and you pick one guy that's in the playoffs. I'm going to go with 2 playoff drivers here, just see if I can do well with that. I'm going to go with Joey Logano. I think he's good. He's got 3 wins there. He's the second of the current drivers out there. So I'm going to go with Joey Logano. He's in the playoffs. And then, you know what, I'm just going to go with somebody who's been driving pretty well, but has just had a little bit of bad luck here recently. He's in the playoffs as well. I'm going to go with Christopher Bell and see if we can't get him back in there. He actually just signed, or Reen, one of his sponsors, has just re-signed today with Joe Gibbs Racing to be his primary for the next couple of years. So it looks like he's locked in there good. So I'm going to go with Joey Logano for my main guy, and then Christopher Bell to try to get up from below that cutoff line and get himself in there. So you've got Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin. I've got Joey Logano and Christopher Bell.
We'll see how it goes then. So I'm got a 20-point lead on you. I took Keselowski and Hamlin. You took Joey Logano and Christopher Bell for this weekend's race in Talladega. What do you want to leave us with, Mike Hedrick?
I just thoughts and prayers for everybody down there in Florida where all that the hurricanes coming through there. I was watching nervously last night some of my friends that are down there in that Clearwater area when they were kind of logging off of Facebook saying, hey, it's about hitting, our powers are going down. And so it was kind of a nervous night watching, and as they're coming back online, it looks like so far most of my friends are doing okay down there. But we know that a bunch of people aren't down there. So if your people are out there and you do pray, say a little prayer. The Lord doesn't have to know the names of the people down there. He's already down there. He's already down there with them. But just let him know that you're thinking about him and you're thinking about them. And you're thinking also that the Lord is the one that can do something. So let's go to him about that. So everybody pray for those people. We're going to get a little bit of rain that's good for the land and everything. So everybody stay safe. God bless everybody real good. And woo-hoo-hoo!
Good man right there. Our buddy Mike Hedrick, our NASCAR fans reporter, joining us from Northern Virginia. We are live at Chick-fil-A here on this gorgeous, gorgeous Thursday. Cyclone football tonight, homecoming. The Cyclones in Sullivan East will go on air the broadcast again at 7 o'clock. Kickoff at 7:30 tonight. Can't wait. Be ready to go for that one, and we'll look forward to bringing it to you again from right across the street at Citizens Bank Stadium. My man's in the house. He's going to join us, David Collins from Russ Swaney Real Estate. He joins us right after this timeout from Phil's Dream Pit. We're live here again. We're on the road at Chick-fil-A on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Sponsors on the show would be the good folks right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Dream Packs, tell us about it.
Dream Packs are a wonderful way to feed a lot of people affordably. We've really worked hard in this era of inflation to keep the price down on the Dream Packs. We offer them anywhere from 4 people to upwards of 100. Feed as many people as you like, and they work out to $8 a person. And that gives you pulled pork or pulled chicken. We get any of our 3 of our sides. A lot of places have cut it down to 2. We're still doing 3 sides with that. You can choose from our world-class baked beans, our macaroni and cheese, macaroni salad, along with our coleslaw potato salad. Any of those 3 that you like, you're going to get all the buns you need, all the barbecue sauce you need to have a really good family meal. These are wonderful for a graduation party, weddings, just backyard get-together, whatever you want to do. $8 a person. If you want to go to pulled beef or brisket or something of that nature, we can arrange that too. Just a little bit more for those higher price meats.
They're called Dream Packs, and they sell them in increments of 4. So if you've got, as you said, coming up, you got Vacation Bible School coming here in the not-too-distant future, into the school year parties, graduation parties, Fun Fest block parties coming up late in the summers, all kinds of things you can be planning for that it will need and require food. In this case, Dream Packs. You can give them a call here. That phone number is
423-349-6437.
And then if you just want to buy meat by the pound, you sell that. We've got everything covered. We just want the meat, the great meat coming from Phil's. You can do that too, right?
You can do that too. Meat by the pound, $14.49 for a pound of pork. We're still one of the lowest restaurants around for pulled pork, and we work hard at trying to make sure that our pork's nice and juicy and succulent. Hickory smoked right here in-house.
In-house. Pull in the parking lot, you can smell it. It's going all night long. It's good stuff. Social media, how do we find you?
On Facebook and also philsdreampit.com. You can order online right there.
Closed on Sundays and Mondays, open Tuesday through Saturday from when to when?
Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7. Come by and see us.
There you go. One of our great sponsors right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Been with us since day one of this voyage we call the Tom Taylor Sports Show. That would be the good folks right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit. Phil's Dream Pit right across from Avery Trucking, the quest for perfect barbecue. Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who stopped by. Our buddy David Collins. What?
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Smalling Road, still got it?
Yeah. Got an offer on it, though. Just came in.
Under contract?
Yes.
Got an offer?
No, it's not under contract. I got an offer, though.
Yeah.
We had 2 folks in the office when I was leaving. Been working with buyers and sellers, and one of our agents, they put one under contract this morning, and we've got offers coming in on 2 different properties today, so we're busy.
Market's not cooled down yet, has it?
Well, not really, no.
No.
Not in our neck of the woods anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Not in your neck of the woods. Amen to that. All right, we won't go any further on that one. So the railroad auction, bidding has started?
Oh, yeah.
It's up and running. Let me show you about this.
That's a 2-day auction. If you like railroad memorabilia, and then the HO scale model stuff, we've got a bunch of that. And then, of course, the other auction will begin close out Tuesday along with that property. And we've got antiques, collectibles. Got a cool an old Bluff City sign there and a Jonesboro City sign there, older. That, it's really neat. A lot of neat stuff, over 1,000 lots.
1,000 lots.
1,000 lots, and it was a pain in the hind end to get together, just to be honest with you. But we've got it, and it's out there and going. Get in there and bid.
I'm going to ask you a really stupid question. Do you have to categorize all of them?
Everything that's online has a picture, and everything's categorized.
Really?
Yep.
So you had to set, and that's pretty meticulous to get 1,000 things set and ready to go, right?
Yep. You got to get pictures up, put it together, then put it all online.
Each individual one has a bidding number.
Every lot has a bidding number. Yep.
Wow.
Well, some lots will have 4 or 5 items in it, 6 items, but we done each individual item, we'd have 4,000 or 5,000 lots, So
it's going on now, and it goes until Monday. At October the 3rd begins closing at 6 o'clock. That's the railroad auction. The personal property auction is ongoing now and goes until next Tuesday, the 4th. And so if you're a railroad buff, there it is. There.
Yeah.
And this picture.
Antique buff.
Go to SweeneyProperties.com and take a look at this, because all those little trains, it doesn't really show up on this picture, but it will when you go to SweeneyProperties.com. So market is hot.
Good.
Stays hot.
Yep.
Folks looking for stuff, and you've got people you're representing looking for what now? Split foyers?
Everything. I mean, if it's something move-in ready, they still want to buy it in town, county. It don't matter. Still folks want to move here. We've got the online auction on the property on Simmerly Creek Road, 180 Simmerly Creek Road. It's ongoing now. It ends Tuesday evening. I've had calls literally from Florida to Oregon State. I've got bidders registered from Florida to Oregon State.
Really?
Bidding on that property right now. Yeah.
That's incredible.
So,
from Oregon?
From Oregon.
Bidding on Simmerly Creek.
Yeah,
Simmerly Road.
Little old Simmerly Creek Road.
Simmerly Creek, I'm sorry. So that's what's going on, folks. SweeneyProperties.com. There's a reason why. Where's the where did the office guys do those awards?
Look there. I swear, she leaves. She carries them off with her.
There she goes.
There it is.
Almost
I accused her falsely.
Blamed her for something she didn't do.
Yeah.
And you just got to look. So Elizabeth the Star, best of the best winner. There it is. Russ Sweeney Real Estate.
thank everybody for that.
Love promoting these folks because they're one of my sponsors. I love when my sponsors win things. That means we're hooked up with the right people.
We're winners.
Yeah.
I'm a winner either way.
Best of the best. This is Best Real Estate Agency. There it is. Russ Swaney Real Estate. That was the best auction company. And then this one is the Office Goddess of the Year, Tracy Little. Is that what it's? No, not really. Okay. Yeah. Was that what? Yeah.
It ought to anyway.
It should. Best Real Estate Agent is David Collins. So I stopped by there last week, sit down and talk to her for a while. And phone's buzzing, she's typing. I mean, she is the nerve center. She makes this place go, right?
Oh, yeah. All the lines are hooked to her.
She is the gorilla glue of this place. She holds it together.
Oh, yeah, she's it. Yeah, she can be a gorilla sometimes. Man.
Can't she really?
Oh, yeah, Lord.
I can't imagine Tracy Little ever being, you mean like grumpy gorilla? It's kind of hard to
You
get.
want me to record her?
Oh. Can't you really?
Oh, yeah.
I can't. I would never think that of you. So you can flip the switch. You can get fired up pretty quick if need be. Really?
He don't know you like I do.
Yeah. So I don't think I would ever want to get her mad at me. Is that correct? You don't want to be on the other side of the wrath and the
it's
fury.
kind of pins and needles for a day or two.
But look at her. Come around here and let everybody see you. Now look at the smile she's got. Mr. Little says
Look at that
she's
smile.
not hard to get along
Look
with.
at that smile.
Look at that smile. Look at that.
But don't let it fool
Look at
you.
that. She's been to the beach. Can you tell? She's tan. Yeah. How come she got to go to the beach? We had to stay here and work.
He went the week before I did.
Oh.
Look at my tan.
Oh. Yeah. You look like cantaloupe. That's good.
Appreciate that, Pat.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, anyway, these guys and ladies, they busted. Ashley's in the office now. Jacob Force in the office now. Ashley Eastridge, she was on the show last week. What a nice lady. And you got a good team.
Yeah, they work hard.
Yeah, they do work hard. So,
did you make the announcement? Have you made the announcement?
I don't know which one, about the switch?
Yeah.
Ashley did.
Did she?
Yeah. But go ahead and tell them. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank y'all. We're switching over starting Monday, right? We'll be Collins and Company. Russ has decided to retire after a long, successful career, and we appreciate him letting us take over the reins there. So we're going to be taking over come Monday morning. Be a different name, be a different company, but same old faces in a way, But we're here. Still be going strong, going forward.
Collins and Company.
Collins and Company, realtors and auctioneers.
Yeah.
Real estate, auctions, and estate sales services.
Now, let me say this about this gentleman, because I can tell you firsthand, this is what he does for a living. He's not bivocational. He is a full-time real estate agent. This is what he does as an auctioneer. I've called him on several things and stuff that I've had questions about, and David Collins is Johnny on the spot. He'll help anybody. So if you're looking for an agent, if you're not represented, you're looking for an agent, this gentleman right here will get it done for you. And how many years you been at it?
16.
Yeah. Ballpark number of closings you've had just this year, calendar year?
Oh, I don't know. Probably close to 100.
Close to 100. Yeah, you had over 100 last year, because I asked Tracy about that. So when you're dealing with a guy that had 100 in 2021 and over 100, over 100 in 2021, and you're close to 100 in 2022. That's 200, folks. So that goes without saying. He can help you with Tracy and him and the team. They can move your property.
Yeah.
Fair statement?
Oh, yeah. If I can't get to you, we got somebody in the office that can.
Yep.
And a lot of times I'm busy, get busy, and say, here, Ashley, here's your customer. Here, Jacob, here's your customer. Take care of them.
And you have no problem passing it off.
Oh, no problem at all.
Because they're good at what they do, too.
Yeah, they're good.
They're not David Collins.
Confidence.
They don't have the expertise and the longevity, but they're very good. They're a little younger, but
they do very well.
They do a great job. I love promoting these guys and ladies, and they do a great job. Folks, your office is located in downtown Elizabeth, right?
Yep, downtown.
Yeah.
Corner of
Armed Forces Drive and
F Street.
F Street. However, he's licensed to sell anywhere.
I can sell anywhere in Tennessee.
In Tennessee, yeah. So if you're getting ready to move someplace, someone's moving in here, a lot of folks are doing that, and you're looking for an agent, you can represent somebody in Chattanooga or represent somebody in Stony Creek, right?
Absolutely.
And you do it. So
we'll help you.
Yep.
You don't have an agent, you're out of town somewhere in a big town somewhere, need an agent. We have referrals through other agents all across the state of Tennessee, North Carolina, everywhere. Every state in the union, we can help you find an agent.
Inside of 90 days till Christmas, heading down into the calendar year, do people start doing more auctions this time of year, going into the holidays?
Less, but we're booked till January of the auctions.
Wow.
We've got lots going on. We've got a big tool auction, tool and hardware auction. Tracy probably don't even know this, but I've got a tool and hardware auction coming up. We'll have probably 500 lots in it. A lot of neat stuff, a lot of good stuff in that as well. So,
folks,
we got state and we got. Let me tell you this. Can I say something right quick?
Go right ahead.
If I got time, I'll talk real fast. Let me talk real fast. Of course, we got the Malone Road auction. It's 25 acres and a house that we'll be selling, 5 different tracks. We've got one in Milligan we'll be selling live. It's a house, and it's full of antiques. We'll do the antiques online. You'll have an extra lot there. I've got another one in town we'll be doing an online auction on. There's a lot going on, a lot of personal property auctions coming up as well.
When I call him, busy as this guy is, within 10 minutes, if he doesn't answer right then, within 10 minutes he calls me back. I mean, he wants to, again, he does this full time. He wants to take care of you, and the proof's in the pudding.
But I'll call you right back. I'll forget it. You'll be mad at me.
Yeah, he'll hear about it, but within 10 minutes he'll buzz me. He
I
just does.
appreciate everybody.
So he does a great job, folks. SwaneyProperties.com. Soon to be Collins and Company on Monday, but again, the service will still stay the same. So there's your 2 auctions to bid on right now. You said, what's in it? We don't have time to tell you about 1,000 lots, but go there and check for yourself. SwaneyProperties.com.
Lots and lots of stuff. Yep.
You look good in your
cantaloupe
shirt.
Are you done with me? You like my cantaloupe?
I like your cantaloupe shirt.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah. So.
You're jealous, I can tell.
I am jealous. If it could get in double X, I'd take it off me right now and wear it. I like it. It look good for the football game tonight because it's an orange out. It's not really orange like a cantaloupe, but it's orange out tonight. So obviously, you what? It's like a piece of salmon.
Salmon. You can tell she's from the sticks, can't you?
Salmon. It'd be a good time to go to the break. Our band director is here, Mr. Valentine. He brought the big trophy that they're going to go back and we hope win this weekend. Music in the Castle at the Stone Castle from the Betsy Band. He'll join us right after this. Thank you, sir.
That trophy's as tall as I am.
It is. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll be joined by Mr. Valentine, our band director, Elizabeth, on Tom Taylor Sports Show. Dr. Kaiser from Physical Therapy Services. What's been going on?
We've been treating a lot of people. We've had surgeries. This is the time of year when you have a lot of traumas from like falls and stuff because of the ice. So like proximal humerus fractures. Oh, we've been getting like 2 and 3 a week.
Really?
Yep.
Folks slipping on the ice?
Mm-hmm. Yep, they start slipping and then they fall out on that outstretched hand and they break that humerus. It's pretty common.
Yep. So been working on that. Been helping some athletes. Tell me about that.
Yep. We've had several athletes, they get tired. It's the middle of the season. They took their Christmas break, and now they're coming back. And plus just all that wear and tear from the conditioning and stuff. So we've had 2 ankle avulsion fractures. We're treating some Milligan athletes as well and dealing with that. It's that, push them and get them through the end of the season kind of thing.
It's wintertime. A lot of folks have migraines, have headaches. You treat headaches and migraines, don't you?
We do. Yep. There's a ton of different kinds of headaches that it could possibly be. It could come from multiple different things, but we're pretty good about assessing and figuring out what it is and treating that issue so that you don't have any more headaches. Yeah.
Things that you do, most folks don't realize you do at Physical Therapy Services.
Okay. Well, we do dry needling, which people are like, oh, that's acupuncture. It's not acupuncture. Actually, we use the same needles. We use the same research, but dry needling's a little different technique. It like goes in the muscles, it goes to the bones and that kind of thing. It helps increase circulation, and it can kind of help do some of that take away some of that mechanical pain as well. We also have laser therapy. It's a class 4 laser. We've been seeing really good research or results with the chemotherapy, neuropathy that people get. Some people get some benefit with diabetic neuropathy, so we've been doing laser. Oh goodness, we have traction machines. We have the Alter G, which is an anti-gravity treadmill, and it allows us to offload the bones and the body. We have a lot of cool tools down there. We just tell people to come on down and see what we got.
Social media, how do we find you?
We have 2 different Facebook pages, one for the ortho clinic that's down beside of the VFW, and then we have another one for the Peds clinic that's in the medical care building on the same side as Waffle House. And then otherwise, you can either see me at a ball game or you can call us.
And that phone number is?
423-543-0073.
Dr. Aaron Kaiser and the great folks again at Physical Therapy Services, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. our great sponsors on Cyclone Football. Again, the great folks at Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Joseph Taylor, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We specialize in short-term rehab or long-term care. We accept all major insurances. We accept Medicare, Medicaid. What we really love is people that come in that have had a knee replacement, hip replacement, come to Ivy Hall for some inpatient rehab. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have a full-time respiratory therapist. And Tom, you can see I'm a big guy, so you know I like food. I know good food, and Ivy Hall specializes in home-cooked meals, three good meals a day. You can catch me every day right at the door getting my tray myself.
There you go. That's awesome. How do we find out more about Ivy Hall on social media?
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or a website, ivyhallnursing.com.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Glad to have them on board. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Hi, my name is Brian, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is you can taste the different types of cheeses and the blends that they use, and everything just comes together. It's like a delicate dance. They're like perfection in every bite.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, hard-working guy right here, I'll tell you what. And we're very proud to bring him on the show. Very proud of what he's gotten done. He replaced, of course, a legend in this town, Perry Elliott, who replaced a legend in this town, the late Bill Scott. And 5 or 10 years down the road, we're going to say the next guy replaced a legend in this town, John Valentine. You like that? You're going to be around for a while, though. Yeah, we're not wanting you to go anywhere anytime soon, but anyway, the band is here, the Betsy Band. They're going to be kind of set the stage tonight's homecoming. Look outside. Perfect weather. It was a little cool last night with the wind blowing, but it's going to be a beautiful night. Come out here and watch homecoming, watch this great Betsy Band, and kind of tease us. What are you guys going to do tonight?
So we'll be adding a few more elements to the halftime show that we will hopefully get a chance to perform Saturday night at the Castle. If not, it'll be indoors at Viking Hall. But we'll be adding a few more elements that we haven't done so far. About every time we perform on Friday night, we add just a little bit more. It may not be much. We can't take a lot more time tonight because we are going to be splitting time with the homecoming court. So first half of first half of halftime, we'll perform, and then the second half will be the homecoming.
Crown Miss Cyclone football.
Indeed.
Yep. Handsome guys, pretty girls, and so the band's awesome. What's the name of the show is
Hypnotize,
yeah,
yes.
It's awesome. And so it's a chance to see, will they see the full ensemble tonight?
Yes.
Okay, so they're going to see the full enchilada, if you will. So got to get there to watch it. I know folks come watch the band. They specifically, they're there for the football game, but we want to watch the band. How many kids are involved now?
141 this year.
141 band members. All right, we did this last time we were on. Your leaders are who? Your band leaders?
So our drum major is Zeta Harden, and then we have 2 field commanders that will march a little bit and conduct a little bit. That's Kaya Harding, a senior, Cooper Chenault, a sophomore, and then we have a few captains. Dawson May is a saxophone, or the woodwind captain. Olivia Markley is the brass captain. Elijah Wicker is the front ensemble captain. Jackson Humphreys is the percussion drumline captain, and then Izzy McQueen is the color guard captain.
Yeah. Big competition coming up next week. We're going to talk about that in a second, but first, this weekend, we're going back up. Oh, I love this thing. It's heavy, too. I love it. Check this out, folks. This is what we got last year. What's it say? Band of the Day. The highest overall score, 2021. Music in the Castle, the Stone Castle at Tennessee High. Brought the hardware back here.
Indeed.
Still feels good, don't it?
It was great. That was my first band competition as a head band director, so I'll remember that one for a long time. Yeah.
Absolutely. You've added a couple more to that, didn't you, last year?
Well, yeah, we did a couple of we got a couple of three overall wins last year.
So you set this on the table. This is how big this rascal is. I'll hold it here, so it's awesome. And so this represents a lot of hard work,
It
to
sure
say
does.
the least.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Virtually every night I'm in Elizabeth and doing ball games. I'm close to the stadium. Out in the grass, working is your band. You put them through. They work, go long hours, and the proof's in the pudding, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We rehearse Mondays and Thursday nights after they're done. Many of them are going to practices for cross country or for golf or clubs after school, and then they come to band and practice until about 8:30 on Mondays and Thursdays. And then, of course, we get to be a part of Cyclone football on Fridays, and then our competitions are on Saturdays. So we put in a lot of hours, no doubt about that.
You missed the state championship last year. It was like 1/1000th of a point. It's something crazy.
And it was 4/10 of a point. Yeah.
4/10 of a point. Still makes me mad even now thinking about that.
It was a bummer, that's for sure.
So, you know, what went through your mind as the band director? You worked and busted it. You get down, you get beat, and it's no knock on Signal Mountain.
Right.
I mean, they
They're
won
great.
it. They're a great band, but we lost by 4/10 of a point.
Yeah.
I mean, I would just go in the trash can and puke. I think is what I would do. I'd be so mad. So
It's tough. Well, sometimes the numbers matter a little bit less at a state championship like that. They just try to make sure they get it in the right order.
Yeah.
Each individual judge gets to rank people based on their caption. I've done it before. I judged a band contest this past weekend.
Yeah.
And my job is to see who's best in my area. And so we won a few sub-captions. A few judges had us first, but enough of them had us second that we ended up losing. And, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, this band has had such really an epic run at this state championship. I mean, they haven't ever finished less than third, and there's always 10, 20 bands there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I mean, the fact that this band has always been in the top three is really just a testament to the program, the community, and how much that the community and the program cares about the band.
Mm-hmm.
And they take great pride in the success of the band. So I was happy to at least, being able to maintain that and staying in the top three. But yeah, our goal obviously would be to try to win it. I also didn't know those students last year. I just met them for the first time really in July, and then we competed all year and we got to know each other. But it's so different marching band because I have to write a show way before that. So this show was written before I even knew them.
Based on the talent that you didn't really know about.
That I didn't know. Yeah, we trying to like you said last time, trying to build a playbook for people. I don't know how good they are, what their strengths and weaknesses are. The best I had seen was YouTube videos from 2018. I watched YouTube videos from all the 2010s of their shows, but obviously a lot of those kids aren't there. So every band is different, and every band is made up with different personnel, and just like a team, just got to play to their strengths.
Yep. So when you go out and judge one, see, I would catch myself, even at least telling myself, we're better than that one over there. Our majorettes are better. Our percussion's better. So you internally kind of critique the bands you're watching to put them up against our bands. You'd have to a point.
I mean, not really. It was just an honor to be asked in a lot of ways, because the people who asked me to judge felt that I was capable of being able to assess other bands in that caption area. And I did marching. I just did like visual marching from the press box and some color guard stuff, just a little visual stuff. And my job was just to compare them against the other bands in their class and try to get them in the right order. So, and that's definitely a tall task, because you only get to see them once, and they perform 6-7 minutes.
That's it.
And I have 6 or 7 minutes to make a judgment call and try to put a number down. So my mind was pretty focused on the other bands I was judging.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, coming up next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, you want to be there. We're now up to 14 bands. This place will be packed. They'll be rocking. All these bands get to strut their stuff. It's the first annual Elizabethan Classics, what we're calling it.
Yes.
So it's next Saturday a week, October the 8th, and we're hoping for weather like this today. It'll be gorgeous. You got 14 bands coming. Now, this is the first year we've done it. We've got 14 bands. I would think that would be very pleasing to you to have that many bands say yes. we want to come to Elizabethton for a band competition.
Yeah, absolutely. We were thrilled to have.
Absolutely.
You know, I was hoping for 6 to 8, thinking 10 on the big end. And just because it was our first try, and it's also a lot of people's fall break, so it's hard sometimes to ask your kids to come and compete on a fall break. Sometimes different schools have different things, so yeah, it was thrill. I'm thrilled that we have 14 bands, and then the 15th band will be us. So we'll have 15 performances stretching from 2:40 in the afternoon all the way to 8:40 that night.
Don't want to steal your thunder, so if you would, sir, because you went out and booked these bands, so take the pleasure of announcing all these bands are coming next Saturday to Citizens Bank Stadium.
Absolutely. So we have all of Carter County is going to be represented, which I'm very excited about. So Happy Valley will be there, Hampton will be there, Unaka will be there, and Cloudland will be there, and we're going to give out an award to the highest scoring Carter County band. And that award will be hopefully a yearly award. We're going to have a special award made that they can travel between the schools, whoever wins it, for that year. And hopefully we'll be able to keep that going. I'm really excited about that, to feature our Carter County bands here. And then we have Science Hill is coming and West Ridge is coming. Those are our two biggest bands. They'll be the ones that perform towards the end. Right after dinner will be John Battle and Ridgeview. They'll be competing in a class below, because it's all based on band size. They'll be performing based on the size of the band. And that's after dinner. Dinner will be provided by our Booster Club concession stand, so come hungry and save your money for dinner break. We have Lee High School, Pigeon Forge that are also coming. We also have Sullivan East, who will be here tonight as well. Chucky Doak, South Green, and Johnson County High Schools. All these bands, we're really excited to host them.
I don't know if you can read my writing. Let me write them down. Science Hill, Lehigh, Pigeon Forge, Hampton, Happy Valley, Unaka, Cloudland, West Ridge, John Battle, Ridgeview out of Virginia, Sullivan East, Chucky Doak, South Green, and now we've added Johnson County. So 14 to compete. The 15th band will be ours, which will be an exhibition band. And so tickets are on sale, or getting ready to go on sale, betsyband.com, right?
Yes, and we actually just posted a graphic on Betsy Band Fans Facebook. So if you wanted to share that, it also has information about pre-ordering a VIP package. We have a VIP package of tickets you can purchase, which will include premium seating, premium parking, a program, a free shout out to your band of choosing, and there's information on that graphic that will allow directors and community members to send that out. If they'd like to buy one of those VIP packages, they call the number on the flyer.
Be awesome. You would want to get to VIP, because I promise you, with 14 bands in town, parking will be a premium coming up next week. Trying to find a place to park, because you got all these bands are going to be there all day long. It ain't like they're coming and going. They're going to be there and in for the duration. So once they park, they probably ain't leaving. So you would want to probably get that VIP package to get some premium parking, so you don't have to walk a country mile. So,
absolutely.
Yep. So we got 3 things tonight. Homecoming. Saturday, rain or shine. Raining, they're going to go indoors, the Viking off, and I'll be out on the field at Stone Castle, the music in the castle, and the next week is the Elizabethton Classic. So
correct.
We get to, and it's a privilege, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a privilege and honor for me to get a chance to be a part of this. I love promoting band competitions, loved on the PA, and so we get to do that next week. Looking forward to that, being a part of this. So
we're excited to have you.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm jacked up. So, and my first Tennessee football game I went to last week.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody says, what's your experience? What do you think? I said, football game was good, but let me tell you what flipped my trigger. The Pride of the Southland Marching Band.
Yeah.
Those guys and girls, I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, they were smoking good. And I remember when we did the Battle of Bristol a couple of years ago, I can still remember Tennessee's band coming down the stands playing while they were going coming down the stands playing. And I'm thinking, I can't walk and chew gum. And they were doing it in unison. I mean, they really are a phenomenal band. And so I'm all about the bands, and we'll see a bunch of good bands next Saturday. And all these, they got groupies, they got all these groups or bands that band fans, and they'll come pack the stands, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We expect a full house, and a lot of the bands, all that awards ceremony will be packed. The awards ceremony will be at 9 o'clock after we perform, and we'll have the opportunity to see all the kids and parents and fans all in the same place as they celebrate their hard work.
Well, the other thing too is the ticket price you're probably going to think is $25 or $30. It's $8 a ticket to come in and see 14 bands or 15 bands an hour. So you're talking about a bang for your buck. That's a great value. $8 to see 14 bands and an exhibition band full of kids participating, working hard. It's a great value to come do that next week. So you will come back next week and talk about it again?
Well, yeah, we can, absolutely.
Last thing, we're 87 days away from Christmas. If you want gift wrapping, you can still purchase gift wrap at betsyband.com. This is the fundraiser for the band, right?
Correct, yes. This is our one fall fundraiser this year that we sell things. We're not doing fruit this year because we have had a few extra fundraisers that we've been successful with. But if you have not got your gift wrap, you can continue to order gift wrap on betsyband.com all the way into December. And we'll get the proceeds from that. So yes, if you haven't got it yet, we'd love to have you purchase that from us.
Hope you're bringing another one of these home on Saturday. Be nice, wouldn't it?
It would be nice. We shall see.
Band of the Day, Music in the Castle from last year. Proud of this guy, what he does with his kids, and they work hard, and the proof's in the pudding. So,
they do.
They
work really hard.
What'd you have to eat, by the way?
I'm a classic number one guy.
Number one guy. There you go. Can't go wrong with that one.
Can't go wrong. Absolutely.
No. All right, now you can get back to school. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
See you tonight.
Absolutely.
The Betsy Band. When they come down in front of the grandstand and we capture it on camera, my tablet pops up. Thank you for showing the band all over the country. We had last home game in 15 states. Folks watching, and a lot of them complimented and talked about the Betsy Band, and understandably so.
We used one of your broadcasts to apply to go to Disney to march in a parade at Disney World this spring.
How'd you do that?
I just got it off of your Facebook stream.
Cool.
So
that's awesome.
Appreciate you showing us.
Oh yeah, love this band. They're awesome. He works hard, the proof's in the pudding. See you tonight. Now you get back to school.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's get back to class. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll wrap it up right after this from the Jeweler's Bench on the Tom Taylor Sports.
Need help finding that perfect gift? Jeweler's Bench provides the highest quality jewelry at incredible prices, providing unique jewelry for all occasions. With our own jeweler in-house, we offer custom-made pieces, as well as general maintenance and repair services. Whether you're shopping for yourself or someone special, we can help make your holidays sparkle. Always remember, you get more for your money at the Jeweler's Bench.
From our family to yours, we would like to thank you for supporting our business for over 20 years.
And as always, we wish you
a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, this is Mandy Lewis with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Get ready for the Mary Kay products that are not just fun for fall, they're fun for all. Ask about the new Mary Kay Beauty Box filled with an assortment of beauty and self-care must-haves, or the 2 new shades of gel lipstick, or the perfect fun for fall eye palette of 6 warm-hued shades. Check out the new fall products from Mary Kay Cosmetics. Contact me today at marykay.com/mlewis10377. That's marykay.com/mlewis10377.
I work at the Chick-fil-A.
I go to that Chick-fil-A all the time.
He came in the drive-thru. Before I can give him his change, he drove away. It was a month before he came back in.
Marcus hands me this envelope, and it's like $3.
I kept it in my back pocket for over a month.
That's crazy. I'm just like pretty stunned.
She's like, dude, you serious? What?
Appreciate the $3, man.
Yeah.
And we found out we both play trumpet.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, ready to bring you Cyclone football tonight. Airtime at 7 o'clock on the Cyclone Network. 4 cameras, can't wait. Ryan Presley, yours truly, going to bring it to you along with Cassidy Fowler producing the show. And, of course, the maestro, Ronnie Brookshire, and his great staff, Larry Adams and Brenda and Dr. Egan and the Egan, I should say, and the folks will make it happen. We're looking forward to it. Back with you again at 7 o'clock tonight, inside of 6 hours to broadcast. And we'll be ready to bring you Homecoming 2022. Again, as everybody knows by now, we moved it up one night because of the rain coming, so it'll be Homecoming tonight. The Cyclones in Sullivan East. Again, airtime at 7 o'clock with the pregame show and kickoff at 7:30 right across the street here at Citizens Bank Stadium. Cyclones trying to get back in the win column in the region, take the top 4 teams, and, of course, you're playing for seeding right now. So Cyclones got to kick it in, and I think they will. You'll see a good football game tonight against a very explosive team. They're averaging 33 points a game. Drake, Fisher, and the East Patriot offense can go, and so we'll have a tough test, and they'll have a tough test, tough challenge to defend us, and we'll have a tough challenge defending them. So it's going to be good. So out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Rejoining you again at 1 o'clock. And so, again, a big thank you to our guests today. We've had, of course, just now Dr. Valentine. We had Justin Wilhoit, and also we had coming in was Adrian Duggar from brand new sponsor, Sleep Solutions Mattress Gallery across the street. We also had Mike Hedrick, NASCAR fans reporter. Of course, David Collins, Russ Sweeney Real Estate, David and Tracy, and, of course, Dr. John Valentine. And we had Rachel Robinson from here at Chick-fil-A. Appreciate all these kids. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours till we rejoin you at 7 o'clock tonight for Cyclone football against Sullivan East for homecoming. Tom Taylor saying thanks for watching show number 1711 on this 29th day of September, live from Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. And back at 7 o'clock.